The Chicago Blackhawks have officially been eliminated from playoff contention this year, and many Blackhawks fans here in Chicago are optimistic due to the fact that they have won 3 Stanley Cup championships in 10 years.
Yeah, I've been a Blackhawks fan my whole life. Pretty disappointed we didn't make the playoffs this year. Pretty sure it's like first time in 10 years we haven't made the playoffs, so that wasn't that great. But I think we can make some moves in the draft this year, and yeah, we can be much better next year.
I've been a Blackhawks fan my whole life. This year was kind of a disappointment. I think we're going to be good in the future. We got good leadership, good players that I think will lead us to a winning season again. We've had great years and years past, so we'll be fine.
Today we were fortunate enough to sit down with Phil Weisskopf, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, to talk to him about the upcoming baseball season and to see his feelings on his excitement of the spring training and also how he feels about the upcoming baseball season.
Okay. Every year I look forward to the beginning of baseball season, partially because it also means the beginning of spring. But I live on the south side of Chicago in Hyde Park, so I'm a White Sox fan instead of a Cubs fan. Of course, I grew up in Ohio and I was a big Cincinnati fan, so I couldn't root for the Cubs anyway. But I've always been a White Sox fan. I get more excited about opening day when the White Sox prospects are a little better than they are this year, but still there is a possibility. Miracles can happen, and some of these young players could come through and give them a run. And so when the White Sox last won the World Series, that was a big, I was very excited at that time. And hopefully these players can do well, at least keep the season exciting till the second half, until football season.
Reporting live from Chicago, Jeffrey Weiss.
My name is Sharonda Lewis, and I will be interviewing a student and a faculty member on what club they would recommend students take for next semester.
So if that's a student, like international student, then they should probably join ISA so that they get the chance to meet like more international people, like students, and also like students from all different countries. And also like joining a fraternity would be nice because you get to meet lots of new people and interact with like more like different kinds of like people and get to see more faculties and like joining more events and like going out and doing services together. That would be a great idea.
Hi, I'm Professor Regina Bucola in the Department of Literature and Languages, and I'm also Chair of Humanities here at Roosevelt. I highly recommend joining The Torch. Whether you're a writer, want to try and sell advertising, or want to engage in editorial work with the newspaper, it's a fantastic way to cultivate a lot of skills, to build a network, and get lines on your resume.
From Roosevelt News, this is Sharonda Lewis signing out.
Hi, my name is Ladarius Tunstall, and I interview Laura Janata, Public Relations Director here at Roosevelt University.
I do a lot of media relations, so I do press releases, I do interviews, I get the news around the community here at the university, and then I find things that are newsworthy and I pitch them to media, hoping to get good news about our university, its students, programs, etc. I am here always to answer any calls that media have, which is a big part of the job. I also write for the magazine. I do the planning, come up with story ideas and whatnot. I also write for the website as part of that whole process.
For Roosevelt News, I'm Ladarius Tunstall.